sat down in this 2014 Mitsubishi Evolution GSR, which has a manual transmission and some extremely aggressive seats. I'm literally on like maybe block 3, so these are pretty raw impressions so far. AC feels good. Car started up with a little bit of a snort. The gearbox feels awesome. Feels really, really good. One of the great things about the Lancer Evolution in general is that it has a really, really strong manual transmission. And that is in the GSR specification. That's only about $35,000. The other alternative is the MR specification, which brings the twin clutch SST transmission, which is an awesome transmission in itself, and really can be faster on tracks for when you need to focus on the driving line and just going as fast as possible versus nailing the shifts and things like that. But there have been, you know, some this car feels really fun. There have been some gripes from the tuning industry that the twin clutch is not quite as durable when being tuned or able to cope with some of the really insane torque levels that guys are able to get from this engine. So this car is still, of course, powered by a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, which produces 291 horsepower at this point. The output figure is pretty irrelevant though versus drivability and how well the turbo is able to turn just a regular car into something, you know, much more exciting. And in that regard, this turbo is very eager. I mean, obviously it spooled up like right away when you guys when we had to pull out in front of that truck earlier, which is nice. The gearing feels extremely short on first sitting, but the steering wheel is great. I mean, the cabin feels really nice. I've got plenty of headroom. You know, it's certainly like it feels like a Subaru sort of, but in a good way. And it feels like the latest materials from Subaru, I would say, but with the feedback from some of the cars from the early 2000s from Subaru, which were very good, but lately have been getting more and more sort of like watered down, and they're just, you know, a little bit softer and more friendly cars versus, you know, the hardcore rally special that people like. I mean, but you can seriously, it's bananas. I mean, this car is so great. No, I feel like a lucky kid in a candy store because, you know, obviously this car is really legendary. So for 2014, the Lancer Evolution is around, of course, in those 2 spec levels. Adjust this. In those 2 spec levels, and you know, pricing is between $35,000 and $41,000, which, you know, can be surprising at first, but honestly, not for a vehicle that can rip off 4.5-second 0 to 60 sprints all day for maybe a year in a row. I mean, this is what really legendary reliability is. What's, you know, it's part of what wins rally races. As quick as nice as it is to bomb through the forest, you know, if the car's engine explodes, that's it. So, you know, what Mitsubishi and Subaru have also done in embracing that sort of rally culture is just over-design like all the components, you know, all the typical like steering knuckles, you know, and everything that involved with the suspension, anything that could take a really big hit on like a dirt road is, you know, is engineered to like to ridiculous. You know, engineered to ridiculously over strong standards versus what a normal car would face. So that makes it really special. This car's pretty fun. I mean, I can definitely see that having a short ratio manual gearbox like this is sort of like a double-edged sword, because while it does give you more control and more ability to upgrade the clutch when trying to push out like 500 horsepower, what it does not bring is the ability to sort of drive with one hand and commute and do things like that as easily as some automatic transmission cars, or even a manual with just a longer final drive ratio, or taller, whatever the word is. But, you know, for sprints and stuff like that and short courses, I mean, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. All right, well, check back soon. We're going to try to take some more videos and maybe do some pics of this car while it's sunny out. And let's that's all we got. Thanks.